Yo, what it do, family? Live from Camp Johnson. Y'all say what up? Baby girl Nina, the newest addition. That's our main coon right there. Peace and blessings to all, man. Shout out to them Homestead homies. We growing and it's showing. Nah, man, y'all go check out them Homestead homies. Man, we have so many different people from so many different walks of life, man, bringing so many different point of views. We located in different places geographically, but, you know, they bring a lot to the table, bruh. Like, it's so many different, you know, so many people from different walks of life, man. You can learn so much from each and every channel, man. We got people doing everything from installing their own fences to installing their own wells, hauling water. It's just so much to learn, man. If you're interested in off-grid living or homesteading, man, we got people farming, man. We got people doing everything, bro. Like, it's such a blessing to be a part of the group, man. Like, we definitely growing, man. It's picking up, man. So huge shout out to the Homestead homies, man. Shout out to everybody doing their thing off-grid and homesteading, man. Shout out to mainly off-grid, bro, for sending me this customized jersey, man. I won it in his 1,000 subscriber giveaway. Man, this thing is clean, bro. He's giving me some ideas. We looking to do something, you know, a giveaway for our 10,000 subscriber milestone. So shout out to him for plugging me in on that, man. Y'all go check out his channel. He's, man, in the Northeast doing this thing, bro. He's milling lumber and all of that, man. And that's just, man, it seems like as soon as you start searching off-grid and it gets into your algorithm, bro, you just get your notepad, man. You about to learn so much, and it's crazy, man. But thank God for the people he surrounded us with, man. Thank God for the subscribers. Thank God for all that's poured into this, man. All the feedback we received, man. You guys just don't know. It's such a blessing. It's such a blessing, man, for all the knowledge and all the information that people have offered up, man. We truly appreciate it. And as always, learning is taking place. Speaking of learning, man, we just finished up the first phase of our permits with our grading and drainage plan, our G&D plans. Man, that process, you know, learning was taking place, still is taking place. The next phase, we are working with an architect right now for our building plans. My wife is happy with the plans, so probably gonna move forward on those pretty soon. And the next thing I think before we submit is going to be our water plan, and as well as our sewer plans, which should be, from what I understand, it should be fairly simple, but, you know, we're gonna learn, man. We're gonna learn as we go, man. Each one teach one, man, bro. So, yeah, that part, and then I think I got some video footage of us doing the install on our third solar setup, our third solar system, and that's where these 300-watt panels here, we decided to use the gazebo for something more than a shaded area, outdoor kitchen / food area. So we mounted, how many panels is that? 4 panels? Yep, mounted 4 panels here. And these panels are feeding into our 48-volt MPPT charge controller. So learning is definitely taking place on that, man. We learned so much installing these solar setups. We did it the hard way, of course. We did it the way we could afford, you know what I mean? The way that was presented to us. They have systems out there, man. I seen like the EG4 systems and stuff like that, where it's just plug and play. It's all you have to do is just set it up, and that would be the route to go. I encourage you to go that route, but for us, we just plug pieces in, plug and play, you know, little pieces here and there, and it worked out for us. So I think overall, we have 3 solar setups, that are independent. We have 3 independent solar setups. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. So this one, These 4 panels are feeding into the 48-volt system, which is powering our anchor. I don't know if I'm gonna include that on this video, but maybe the next video we're gonna do a deeper breakdown on how we ended up, getting some more usage out of our anchor solar generator. These 4 panels right here, well, these are 2 separate systems. So the 2 panels on that end, they are 410 watt panels, and they are feeding directly to our solar via the anchor Solix generator. These 2 panels here, these 300 watt panels are feeding into our 12-volt system, which is powering our Country Mod air conditioning, which is powering the Redodio 12-volt battery here. And we have a Bogue RV 60 amp MPPT charge controller. Shout out to Redodio, man. Huge shout out for sending us that 12-volt battery. It was just in the nick of time, man. They saved the day, saved the summer. Shout out to them. Shout out to Country Mod, man. Bro, that addition, it was crazy. It was just in time, man. Like in the middle of the summer. I think it was early July, whatever. They sent us the 12-volt, 12-volt air conditioning. It's been the perfect complement to our RV. But yeah, man, y'all stay tuned to the video. We got some great updates coming along. So we're feeling real good about it, man. And just feeling positive, man. Feeling in a spirit of sowing, man. We constantly remain in a spirit of sowing, you know. Until it's time to reap that harvest, we're gonna sow. We're gonna sow our way through the debt. We're gonna sow our way through the summer. We just sowing, man. We want to do this thing in hopes, and our goals is to do it, man, and then be able to teach others how to do it, you know. And I know in America, the most expensive thing you're probably gonna buy in your life is gonna be a house. That's gonna be one of the biggest decisions you make. And so we just wanna present an alternate solution for that, man. You know, an affordable solution. The way the world is going, the country's going, you know, things are, depends on how you look at it, man. Things are, you know, if you're taking on, the yoke of the Messiah, man, things are looking better than ever. But, you know, for those of us that aren't there in our walk shit, man, it may be looking tough. And so we just want to encourage, we just want to motivate, we just want to be an example of what can be done. But that's enough rambling by me. Yeah, hope you guys enjoy the video. Good day, mate.
We finally got the chance to finish installing our panels to complete the 48-volt system. These panels will charge our Varta battery. So the gazebo definitely came in handy for additional placement for more panels. My husband in turn is an electrician.
Electrician. No E.
Yeah, this thing get good sunlight all day.
What, this one right here?
The gazebo.
So
right now we just finishing up, you know, tucking the cables away, cleaning it up a little bit. And this addition to the system should definitely keep our battery charged and hopefully give us some type of continuous power loop between that and our Anchor Solix. And in addition to these 4 over here that we still had connected. these go into our other port on the anchor solar.
Jordan, come here.
That gives us the additional solar power, the option to charge using the solar, and those are charging the battery. So
I was trying to get Jordan. I ain't wanted to take over the mic.
so we should be good to go.
Should be.
And then during the off season, buy more batteries, learn more about it, and then when we start building a home, we got a runaway.
Got a runaway.
Start building our home, we'll be able to start building up that system. I got it, babe. Hold on. We got some beef ribs going in the smoker. I'm ready to eat. What? Gia, you gotta take your time.
Shout out to Santan Solar. My guy Riker, the sales rep over there, hooked us up, man. He got the knowledge, we got the power of the Most High. And so, yeah, I think I want to do like a little test run real quick. But.
Yep. Yeah, we're gonna test it out. Thank you for everyone that said check out Santan Solar. We definitely we're grateful for those prices for sure. It took us a little while to get there. We got them, and then we had to get all the cabling and everything to get it all set up adequately. So I think we good to go.
Adequate. I like when you use them big words. Gia, you gave it to her. You did.
Yeah.
She did.
I did.
Yes.
Okay, yesterday we had a different configuration. We learned that you actually have to have the panels connected to each other for the series to work. So the positive going into that negative and vice versa. We had extension cables going in between these connections. So basically it needs to be hooked up like this. We had intermediary cable connected in between to make it reach all the way around the gazebo. So that wasn't gonna work. As you can see how my husband is dressed, he wasn't really planning on doing that much work today, but we've been out here for about 2.5 hours, maybe 3.
Trying won't work. Trying won't work.
So yeah, just reconfiguring stuff.
It won't work.
So we weren't getting a reading on our new MPPT showing that the solar was connected, so it started there. And then through a little troubleshooting, we realized, yeah, the panels have to be hooked up to each other. So now we're reconfiguring all the panels to be able to reach one another. And yeah.
The best thing that these battery companies, MPPT charge companies, the best thing they could have developed was Bluetooth capability to be able to get real-time monitoring off of your phone. Mm-hmm. If not, you got to run inside, check the controller, come back out, and Bluetooth, man. That Bluetooth technology is a complete game changer.
Yeah.
I remember before Bluetooth, with the Nokia phone, they had infrared. You had to put your phones together to transfer ringtones and pictures and stuff. That was for multimedia messaging and all that, but I digress.
So yeah, by the time it's all said and done, we'll be able to help you guys configure your dream solar setup.
For sure, man.
Learning is a lot of learning is taking place, for sure.
Learning is taking place. My boy Will Prowse and Jason Nord, y'all will be proud of me. Even though y'all on the grid, comfortable in y'all house, doing all these demonstrations, and me, it's on-the-job training.
On-the-job training. We learning though, for sure. Learning how all this stuff go together is the biggest thing. Like we were saying, we got sent a bunch of stuff at once and had to figure out really how to make all this stuff come together to work properly. So that's been the biggest thing. So, but we're working it out, getting it all hooked up.
Did you tell them about what else we learned with the cables?
No,
I don't think that was. I barely want to tell y'all that. This just was dumb on my part. So with solar cables, PV cables.
I mean, I don't think it was intentional. I think it was a mistake. You know,
It was a mistake.
We
But
just
that's
had a
what
lot
I'm saying.
going on.
I just want to learn from you want to learn how to do something. Just do the opposite of what I do. Love. So on these solar cables, one end is a positive. This is your male connector, female connector. And me, I got excited. First time replacing these connectors was because I had a great revelation that all solar connectors aren't MC4. MC4 is like a brand. So that's like, every Cadillac is a car, but not every car is a Cadillac. Anyway, so I had that revelation, so I just came out here excited and hooked it up. Well, what I ended up doing was putting two female connectors on one cable. And so I'm trying to hook it up, and I'm like, man, I'm not getting any solar read. And then it just dawned on me yesterday or the day before, like, man, looking at the rest of the cables, I was like, something not right. And then, so pretty sure we'll go back and try out the lead time MPPT solar inverter. I'll let
Yeah, we
the
didn't even
3-in-1.
review that. Like that was something that they sent us a couple weeks ago, and we were having trouble just getting the configuration together, getting it all to work. But we think that was the culprit of it because we started doing too much, not really doing a bunch of, troubleshooting. It should be step by step. We started doing multiple steps at one time.
Yep.
So we kind of lost where we were with some of the stuff, and that's when we made that mistake of putting two female connectors on one cable, and we weren't getting a reading, and we, instead of going back to the cables, we did a whole bunch of other stuff. So we just end up unhooking the whole thing. Was like, we'll try that later. And then he bought another MPPT, just a more simplified.
One without an inverter, because we
one
already
without
have the
an
inverter.
inverter,
So we
yes.
thought if we remove the 3-in-1 that lead time sent us and just try the MPPT charger just by itself, we thought that would give us, which it did. It's easier to read. There's nothing. It's easier to troubleshoot. But now we think we can go back and fix or make the other one work. But throughout it all, safety is number one. Be sure to get these fuse, these connectors. Get these and just trace your steps and make sure you're safe.
Yeah, that was the thing. Our circuit breakers kept tripping, so we obviously knew something was either pulling too much current or something was overheating. So that gave us an indicator. Start at the cables. So, but yeah, like we said, nevertheless, we're learning a lot.
The takeaway is there's always a way to pay for it. If like we decided, we doing it this way, piecing stuff together, piecing different parts, and it's a learning process, and we've learned a lot. I learned mostly about doing it, tearing up stuff, and so maybe it is cheaper just to go ahead and buy one that's already configured. That's you're gonna spend a lot more money for it, but it's just you just plug it in and it's ready to go.
Yeah.
Us, on the other hand, that wasn't our situation, so we're doing what works for us, but we thank you all for the feedback. Thank you all for the encouragement and the correction. Thank you.
Yeah. Ultimately, we'll just be able to continue to build and buy pieces to piece it all together for the home. So building that backup solar system, or maybe we can run strictly off solar. Who knows? Solar and batteries. So
Hey, don't be surprised when y'all see me on Will Pross channel. He gonna be like, man, it's my guy right here. This is Invisible Will Pross right here. What's up, buddy? Not much, man. So what are we doing today? What battery are we destroying? That's how it's gonna go.
yeah.
I'm speaking into existence.
All right, guys. So we figured it out for the most part. So we got it all in series, hooked it all up, set it all up. So on one end, because our panels ended on this side, we put a series of connections, more connections to carry from here all the way back, all the way around to where it terminates to the cables on this side that go into the MPPT. So what we learned is you cannot have multiple connections going from your end to complete the series loop. So what we did was, once we got to the opposite side, we realized the voltage was back to 0. So we disconnected the cable and kept coming back, testing it with the multimeter. And when we got here on this negative end of this panel, and we took a cable and connected all the way to the positive end on that side, did a voltmeter test, and we was getting 125 volts. So we figured, okay, all the cables we had to connect it were too many. So we basically ran a cable from this end to that end, and we're able to get our voltage back. But we also learned it's not really the length of the cord, but the amount of connections that you have. So we had a 50-foot cable that we took, that we weren't using anymore, ran that, and we were able to get 99 volts. So it looks like it was some voltage loss in the cable because it's so long. But nevertheless, we have power. So we'll probably order a maybe 25 or 20-foot cable to just make it shorter and gain some of that voltage back. But it's a win for sure. We got it working. Definitely learning a lot as we go. So yeah, what do you think?
Learning is taking place. I think that's a win. Great explanation. That's exactly what happened. It's hot. We're gonna go inside. We're gonna try to figure out why Pam is mad at her mom and why she's so stressed out.
All right, guys. Until next time.
Jordan, go over there. Jordan, go over there. All right, fam. Before we start today's mission, we got that checklist: safety, glasses, gloves, insulated toolers, this thing right here. What you say this is? What this is, Lil? Multimeter. This, check. And today's mission, we have this thing. This is a PV switch disconnector. And its purpose today is to provide a cutoff switch for our solar panels, for our solar energy that we're bringing in from the panels. We have a circuit breaker for our power that's connected to the battery, the 48-volt battery. So we're doing the same thing for our solar. The number one reason why we're doing it, because the manufacturer of these MPPT charge controllers say you don't want solar power coming in when there is no battery power present. So that's for one. The second reason is, I'm not sure, but we're gonna do what they said. All right, so bear with us. Let me get this thing set up. I think, yeah, first thing first is go ahead and splice these wires. I'm gonna splice them and get back with y'all. For these solar connectors, you want to pay attention to your pieces. It can be intimidating because, you know, it's the only really part, you know what I mean, where you can mess up. Once you have them hooked up, this part right, then there's no way you can mess it up because of the anatomy of the tool. By that I mean, if you got a male part, then obviously it only fits one way, and that's in the female connector, vice versa. But this part right here, this little inside part, you want to make sure in the male part, this piece, that you put the female part, the part like this, inside of the male part. So if you can digest that, you'll be good to go. And about what? So with our safety goggles on and our gloves and our insulated tool, we installed this PV switch disconnector. Now what this does, just a quick run through. This allows us to turn the power off for our solar array, our PV, our solar array. This allows us to turn the solar power off. This here runs to our battery, and this 150 amp circuit breaker allows us to switch the power off for the battery here. Now we already have the wall pieces to cover these wires, to hide these wires. It's in the work progress. This is my daughter. In about 10 years, if you need anything wired, she'll be able to come and do it. She's gonna be a certified electrician, journeyman, coming soon. But yeah, this is it, man. It's functional. We actually purchased this one. Bulb RV has been so good to us and just demonstrated the power of their MPPT charge controllers via the one that they sent. We went and purchased this one. We also used our code, got a great deal for it. But this is a great addition. Safety, shout out to Will Prowse, shout out to Jason Noyd, shout out to all the solar guys that we watch. But those are my two top guys. But yeah, man, learning is taking place per usual. We getting there. Once we add that second battery, finito, it's a wrap.
Lucho has got to figure out how to drive it. Oh! Stop! Babe! Yeah, he don't know what he doing, but he learned it. Oh my goodness, he's so funny.
I gotta yeah, I gotta get used to it, but I gotta get these other pins in this box.
Yeah, I see it's kind of leaning.
That's what I should have had from the jump right there. Why would it clear the land so fast with them move? Yeah.
You could put like an attachment on the back too. Like if it.
I don't think you got no PTO.
Oh, okay.
If I'm using that term correctly. I gotta send whoop old picture of my. Where's Gia?
She over there at the table.
Gia, you see my phone? Bring my phone. That mother boy, nah, I was letting go of that clutch too fast.
That's why I was. You took off.
It's good.
Yeah.
Okay, alright guys. I need you to see. It's for New York. New York means we're gonna read a new book. It's all called No, David. Okay, let's do it. All right. Okay, let me show you things. Okay, I have some new pets at New York. Yes, you're right. Named at the New York. Everyone's at New York with their pets. Look, I have 1 puppy, 2 puppy, 3 puppy, 4 puppy. I have 4 puppies. Great, excellent. And this is